just leaving the shelter now and heading to the trail. Welcome to day 112, northbound on the Appalachian Trail. Wow, what a night. There was about, 12 of us making dinner, sitting by the picnic table. I was the only woman, by the way. And we were all chatting about and making our dinner, and all of a sudden the thunder started and the lightning. I was already set up in the shelter. Thank God. I got there early with this other guy, Scout, and I had already set up my sleeping bag in the shelter, and a few other guys had set up their tents. But as soon as the thunder started, a few more set up their tents, and the rest of them piled into the shelter. And it poured. It didn't just pour, but the wind was so strong that I thought one of the guys' tents was going to get blown off, but it didn't. It stayed put. One guy had to make a moat or something around his tent because the water kept pooling. Anyway, he did stay pretty dry. There was, the shelter was made for 6. I think there was 9 of us in there last night. Or maybe, no, I think there was 8. There was 8. So I think I got some sleep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got some sleep. I wouldn't say it was the best night's sleep I ever got, but it was decent. And everybody was very respectful in terms of, 9 o'clock. Nobody was talking. Everybody was in their sleeping bags and settling down. It did rain throughout the night as well. There were more thunderstorms. It was a wild night. But with that came much cooler temperatures. And I had my quilt and was very cozy with my quilt this morning. Micah was cozy with a couple of the guys, and when I woke up, he was having his belly rubbed. So I think he's enjoying all the attention. So today is going to be a beautiful day. The sun is out, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you. The ground is wet, the roots are wet, the rocks are wet, so one has to be very careful with the footing in the morning until this dries up. But the rain is great. I hope it fills up some of the springs that are getting a little low. Let's face it, we need the rain. So, yeah. Right now, on Brinks Road. The shelter is called Brinks Road Shelter. Oh man, this tree just came down. This is a new one. Huh. Let's see. That was not there yesterday. And that's why you have to be very careful where you put your tent. Whew. Not a good thing. Anyway, okay, so, here's the AT. Okay, so we were back on the AT. We had a 0.3 walk to the shelter, or 0.2 it says, 0.2 walk to the shelter. It was a great shelter, kept us dry, so that was great. So today, I have several options. I can do 12.7 miles to the next shelter, which has a very long American Indian name, so I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. Once I look at it again, then I'll pronounce it and not muffle it up. Or I can go 18 to the next hostel, Mosey's Hostel, which has very good reputation. I'm getting an early start. It's just 7 o'clock now. I might push to Mosey's and see if I can make it. So what I'm going to do is basically see how I feel when I get to the shelter at 13 miles. And if I feel like I can do another 5, then that's what I'll do. So that's the plan for today. It really is a beautiful morning. The sun is up. I'll turn this around. I just love the way the forest looks after a rain. It's all sparkly and a little bit of like a fog coming through between the trees, the rays of light. It's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And the temperatures are in the low 60s right now. So the rain definitely brought some cooler temperatures and brought the humidity down, which Micah is enjoying, right, Micah? Are we enjoying the colder temperatures, kiddo? What do you think? Better? Yeah, yesterday was pretty humid and pretty warm, but I think today's going to be a lot better. So yeah, we are going to be heading up this ridge right there. And Mike is ready. So here we go. Happy Thursday, everyone. We've climbed up to this ridge and it's absolutely beautiful. That's Culver Lake in New Jersey. Gorgeous. I'm up here with the crows. You could probably hear them. There they are. Oh, gorgeous day. You'll see Michael's picture at the end of the video, but Michael is a trail angel and his van was just parked in the parking lot here along the trail, and he provided trail magic this morning. I met him again before, I think, in Virginia. So he just travels. He said this is as far north as he goes. He had a little watermelon, tangerines, apple, bananas, fruit, which of course hikers love. He had all sorts of water and iced tea, and so that was super, super nice. So thank you, Michael, once again for doing trail magic for the hikers. We appreciate it so much. And some of the other young men that were at the shelter who left earlier this morning, I know for sure that they are on a very strict budget. They're very young, and they ate a lot, according to Michael. He said they were really hungry. So you're really doing an incredible thing for these hikers. And I'm very grateful. He made me take a tangerine and an apple for the road. So I did, for the trail. And I have a few little scratches on my legs, nothing serious. But he made me take a couple of antiseptic wipes. And he said, when you get to camp tonight, make sure you wash those out and make sure they're clean. So very sweet, very empathetic for hikers. So thanks again, Michael. Really appreciate your trail magic. More beautiful views. We've just been climbing for about a mile. Gorgeous. And the temperature is just perfect. It's in the mid-60s. It's probably 70 by now, but it's low humidity. It's so nice. Beautiful breeze up here. Wonderful. There's a beautiful view here. There's the weather tower, and then the view is super. Nice. Well, New Jersey is also showing us that The water is running. It could have been the storm last night too. But nice water here. Micah just drank a ton, which is great. I offered him water at Trail Magic. He didn't want it, but he drank. I think he's becoming he doesn't want to drink from bottled water anymore. He wants to drink from streams. He's becoming a true thru hiker. That was really one crazy storm last night. One minute we were having dinner, I think I said, and then the next minute the rain was horizontal, thunder, lightning, high winds. We all hunkered down in the shelter, which was wonderful. As I said before, but I've noticed on the trail today, there's a lot of blowdowns. We've had to go around and leap over, and Mike has been crawling under. A lot of blowdowns on the trail, a lot of old trees didn't make it, a lot of big branches down. So yeah, that was quite a storm. It was really something. But I was so happy to be in the shelter, and I think everybody else who didn't pitch their tent was also very happy too. And the guys who pitched their tents, they were okay. But I think they're dealing with a lot of wetness this morning. But it's such a beautiful day. All they have to do is find a sunny spot, hang their tent up for 15 minutes, and it'll be dry. So, but so far, trail's going good. We've done about 8 miles already, and haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm still thinking about it, but feeling good. The trail is very forgiving today so far. There's been some ups and downs, you know, in terms of elevation, getting up on the ridge and then coming down, and then but right now it's pretty flat and there aren't a lot of rocks. So if this continues, then I probably will push to the 18. But I'm not going to make any decisions just yet. So anyway, hope you're all having a great Thursday. I'll check back in. I'm on the top of Sunrise Mountain. It's absolutely beautiful. Great views, and there's the marker right there to tell us how high we are. How high are we? Did we find out?
I'll go see.
Okay. And I have this beautiful family here with their grandparents. And can you tell me your names?
Absolutely. I'm Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
And this is, can you tell her your name, honey? Theodore.
Theodore. Do you go by Teddy, or do you go by Theo, or just Theodore?
I go by
Theodore. Yeah.
anything he says.
And
Yeah.
oh, anything. Okay.
Mhm.
And what's your name?
James Carpenter. James Carpenter.
James Carpenter. Nice to meet you, James Carpenter. And you, sir?
My name is Mr. Noodle.
Mr. Noodle.
That's what they call me.
Well, you don't look like a noodle to me.
Well, thank you.
And what's your name?
Eliza.
Eliza. Hi, nice to meet you. Did you find the number up there?
Yeah, we're 1653264. No, I want to.
1,600 feet. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Eliza, when I get to the White Mountains in New Hampshire, do you know that one of the mountains there is 5 to 6 times taller than this one?
No.
Mount Washington is really high, and I have to go over it.
Just go over to go to Maine.
Yeah. And there's Micah. Micah, do you want anything? Huh? Do you want some kibble? Maybe a little lunch? Anyway, there's a great pavilion here. And if it was late in the day, this is where I would spend the night, because it'd be great to spend night on top of the mountain. But it's just 12:30 or something, so no way. I'm going to keep going and see about maybe getting to the hostel today. Another blow down here. We've had to walk all around this. Yeah, this looks brand new. Probably from the storm last night. Okay, so we got to the Mashapag, I'm not pronouncing it right, shelter at 2:30, and yeah, it was just too early. So I called Mosey's place, which is a hostel, 5.5 miles away, and she's got a bunk available. So, and she does breakfast in the morning, So, and the price is right. So that's where we're headed. We're heading to Mosey's place. And at the shelter was Ridge Runner Kiosk. I got to meet her. She was very nice and offered some nice information. And another hiker going southbound, and he offered some information about the lack of water in different places in New York. But by then, I should be with Vanessa. So I should have all the water I want. All right, we're gonna book it on to Mosey's place and try to get there as quickly as possible because she doesn't like to pick up hikers too late. So I would like to get to the road where she picks up hikers by 5:30. That's my goal. All right, hope you're all having a good Thursday.